My name is Jenny, and I'm a wife and mom raising 2 kids. But I used to live a more glamorous life as a TV reporter. I was on the nightly news interviewing pop stars and politicians. So when I said goodbye to TV and hello to motherhood, I suddenly discovered what we moms are up against. We live in a world that tells us to be rich and famous, thin and successful. You know, almost nobody says, "Oh, hey, you're a mom? That's fabulous." But you are fabulous, and I'm here to tell you why.
It's the Channelmom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
Welcome back to the Channelmom Show, moms, where we are celebrating you here on Mile High Sports, AM 1510, FM 93.7. We're so glad you could join us today and our guest. But before we get back to her, I am willing to admit something about trying to look young as a mom. I have been doing it for years. I think most of us still would like to look young and gorgeous as mothers, truly. When we go out, we want to still look good. I like to be honest, though, about the battle to look young. It is not easy, and I don't want to make any false promises because a lot of people do that. So I will not make false promises to my fellow moms out there. But I will say that in the last 8 weeks, I have been trying something called Therapon Skin Health, and people have noticed a difference. They have. I mean, they've said things to me. And so I'm not lying. It's not my own little thing. Oh, ooh, I look good. It's really people coming up and saying, "My, you look good." And they tell me that my skin does look younger than my 47 years. So here's what I like about Therapon Skin Health and why I like the science behind it. It just so happens that the doctor who founded Therapon discovered a unique formula. And I love this part about the way he came up with this. He's discovered a unique formula for aging skin when he treated severe burn patients, which, such a noble thing. He wasn't out to do the vanity thing. He was out to help burn patients. And so I really appreciate that. So it was through that process that he discovered an effective formula for treating aging skin because he was treating damaged skin and he learned how to make that work better. He actually was working with hands and he learned to make it work better. And so he then translated that into what he should do for aging skin on women because we tend to care a lot more about it than men. It's called Theraderm Skin Renewal, and it's a scientific combination of ingredients formulated to renew damaged aging skin. Now, Therapon, who makes Theraderm, is a sponsor for Channel Mom, and you can go. They've offered a very special discount for just moms. This is not something you can get anywhere else. It's a wonderful system, and I really believe in it. And I think, Charlotte, you've noticed it too, that it's a good thing, and you're kind of wanting it. And you're just waiting to order it, right?
I'm waiting for the next paycheck.
Exactly. But you can get the discount on Channel Mom. That's what I want you to know. Just go to channelmom.com, and you as a mother can get that discount. Also, this is kind of fun. So that moms out there that feel like they can't afford it, we're doing a contest. Therapon's giving away a whole Theraderm Skin Renewal Kit, which is valued at $137 on our Facebook page. So if you can get other moms to go and like us, or if you come and like us and then get other moms to like us, we keep track of how many people you bring. So if you bring 30 people, you're a lot more likely to win that Theraderm Skin Renewal Set. So I'm just throwing that out there. You can have one if you just go on our Facebook page, facebook.com/ChannelMom. So we invite you to join that contest. But now to Julie Hammerstein, the author of Fat is Not a 4-Letter Word. We're thrilled to have you, and you really are a wonderful informant on all things healthy and dietary, although we don't use that word. Today, you have a tip for moms as kids head back to school. Tell us why you came up with this.
Well, so many people, they wonder why I feel like I'm eating healthy, but I can't lose the weight. Or really, it's, not even about weight. I'm always tired. I'm grabbing that coffee at 3 p.m. There's so many reasons that food can fuel us. It's not just about the weight, but that they're not figuring out where they're missing in the picture. And so, and so I snacking is good, but we believe it's bad. In fact, when I ask people, well, do you snack? And they're like, oh, no, don't snack. I'm like, well, I know you do, but whatever. But it's good. And so what happens physiologically, if we go more than 3 to 4 hours between a meal or a snack, that's where our physiology, our hormones, everything gets out of whack. So I just try and empower people. If it's get them to eat breakfast. That's the first thing. And then how can we get easy, healthy, convenient, affordable snacks into our lives at the right time during the day?
Right. So we don't binge. So we don't come like the other day I came home and there was nothing around. So I just ate chocolate.
Right.
Hershey's Kisses or something. I don't remember what they were. And I thought, this is dumb, but I'm starving. So, and this is easy. We're so used to our convenient foods. So you're trying to play into that.
Into the healthy, convenient foods and, going to the soccer games, being at work and not being able to take lunch, running from place to place, being able to throw stuff into our purses or our briefcases. I mean, that, if you just did that, your health and the way that you feel and your weight would start to balance out, because then you'll get into a pattern of eating more frequently, and your body likes that.
It does.
Yeah.
It does help. You're calling this something, though. What are you calling this? The desk something?
Oh, the desk drawer snacks. So
right. So something that's just handy. You bring it to work. You have it on, on hand in the car. It could be in a car sort of drawer or compartment.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the idea that it should just be there. You should pre-make them at the beginning of the week or whatever.
Right.
So tell us what you got here, and it's also visible by the camera.
Right. And so, planning is where the success is. That really is where you get successful with this, is to have the stuff ready. But also know what are the things that you can, mix one. This is a balanced smoothie, good amount of protein, carbohydrates. You don't need to refrigerate it until you open it, so you can throw it into a purse. You can bring it for kids and hand it back in the car to them as on the way to sports, and it's all clean and natural, and you can get it at your regular grocery
Mix
store.
one. It's a protein shake.
Protein shake, yeah. So just like a smoothie. Little things like people, you love things like almonds, but sometimes it's easier to eat it as an almond butter or a peanut butter. So I like these little things because you could do this and an apple, and eat the peanut butter with the apple.
The radio audience can't see this. This is a little package of Justin's honey almond butter, which you can just rip open and squeeze it on anything.
Squeeze it, yeah.
Awesome.
So I love that. Things like, finding a healthy bar. People are always saying, what's the healthiest bar out there? And eat real food. Try and stay away from all the synthetic stuff. I mean, go for the stuff that if you look at it, you see the nuts and you see the grains and you see the seeds. And that's why I love the Kind Bar, because it's real food. People get so afraid of, reading calories and finding that it's 200 calories or it's 100 calories, and really just more look at the ingredients. And if it's real food, that's what your body cares about, not so much the calories.
You're going to burn it more effectively, yeah.
Yeah. Always have, things like this available. So I always have stuff. I'll go to the store and I'll actually make baggies like this. So
tell them what's in the baggies.
So we've got some grapes, so your fruit, cherries, things that are portable that won't get mushy like a peach, that you can have a handful and kind of eat it throughout the day. Those are really helpful. And again, just go home, prepare it, put it in the baggies.
Baggies are huge.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just supply yourself with 100 baggies, then it motivates you to think, I can throw an egg in there, I can throw some nuts in there, or I can throw a granola bar, whatever.
Exactly.
It does motivate you to be a little more healthy.
Yeah, and then this is something that you can throw in. You're less likely to miss this in your purse versus just throwing the carrots in there.
Right.
So you have a couple hard-boiled eggs, some mini carrots, and this
you
is
have
something
those put together in a baggie. That's a nice little snack.
Yeah.
So that's a little package of carrots with hard-boiled eggs. Great.
And then just having good options for the crunchy treats. So I love the pop chips because they're a third less fat. They're all natural. So again, find the snack foods that if you turned them around, there were maybe 5 or 6 ingredients on the back, and that's how you know it's going to be a little healthier. Less than 7 grams of fat is what you're looking at per serving, and less than 14 grams of sugar is what you're looking at in your snack foods.
I'm sure Fritos does not meet your qualification, but I am impressed when I look at Fritos that you flip them over and it's corn, some kind of oil, I don't know what it is, and salt.
Right.
And I thought, all right, for a junk food, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but here's the deal. We can actually relabel that now, because they're, like you were saying with the fast food and the quick service restaurants, there are healthier options now.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility to turn over the label and find out what's there. And I would be okay with something like that had 3 ingredients, even though it's got a name brand that might be associated with other things, i.e. McDonald's or whatever. Go in and find the salad, find the lower calorie option. This is where it comes down to personal choice.
Sure.
But really what's important, don't go more than 3 or 4 hours without eating. So carry around things like string cheese.
Packages of string cheese. I see you also have packages of fruit roll-ups, but these are the healthier ones.
These are the healthier ones. So it's just fruit, ironed down. This is called Stretch Island fruit. So again, pure natural products. Something like this is great to put in a kid's lunch, this little healthy yogurt. But we also freeze these, and then they can become like a little healthy ice cream. So again, read the package, to stay away from the high fructose corn syrup. The artificial coloring is where we get into real trouble with our kiddos.
Yes.
And putting the things that look like they're healthy, but you turn around, they have, all the dyes, the yellow number 6 and the blue number 1 and all
those,
that.
and those, the red dyes, they can cause all kinds of things, and people don't. They can even cause hyperactivity. Can't they?
Yeah.
It blows my mind the things that they throw in products for children.
Right.
That is ruining their health, and we don't even know it. So you do need to alert moms to these things.
Yeah.
So you have a couple other snacks here, and what you're doing is using the little tiny Tupperware
containers,
things.
because these are great for portions. So I have hummus in here, and I've got some tomatoes in here, and so you could take this and have that be a great mid-morning, mid-afternoon snack. This has granola in it, so you could do this with a little bit of yogurt. But it's using these for portions. So even if you have the almonds in your desk, keep one of these empty. Take a handful, put it in here, close your desk drawer so that you're not just grazing on the almonds, all morning long. But you have your single serving, and then you're done. So that's a good way to monitor it.
Here's my last question, and we will have you back because you've got such great advice, Julie. For a mom who's like, oh no, I don't have time to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
What is your motivation? How do you motivate her and tell her about the payoff?
That it really, when you think in the scheme of your week, okay, that if you go shopping and do all of this and it takes you half a day, is that worth it? To set you up for a week full of healthy eating.
Right.
Is that worth it? And it really comes down to creating time in your life. So think of the time killers: too much time on the internet, watching too much TV, doing the needless housework. I mean, I was a single mom for a while, and there were just things I had to let go because this was my priority. So I do laundry, piles of laundry would stack up, but to me, was that affecting my health? No. Is this? Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like carve out the time, spend less time on the phone or whatever it is. Figure out what the time killer is for you, and really think about how much time you spend doing that. And if that accumulated to 2 hours a day, it does not take you even that long to put this stuff in baggies and have it in your refrigerator, and then empower your kids and the rest of your family to go in and take it themselves.
And do you credit snacking like this healthfully as one of the things that has kept you slender?
Absolutely. I mean, my body is on such a clock now. So I'll eat breakfast, and 3 to 4 hours later, it's like no matter what I'm doing, the hunger cues come, because that's what the body's assigned to do.
Sure.
So I'll go have a snack. 3 or 4 hours later, I'll have my lunch. 3 or 4 hours later, a snack. Right. And that is truly what got me to have this be more habitual, because my body's telling me what to do. Right.
And it's a good thing. We have a girlfriend who's a personal trainer, and she believes in making sure that you snack, making sure she constantly has protein bars in her bag and things like that.
Yeah.
I think people that are thinking they have to, quote, diet don't realize they can eat.
Yes.
They just have to retrain their bodies.
Yes. In fact, eating is good. And when you feel hungry, that's good. Yeah. People say, oh, well, I don't eat breakfast because then I'm hungry all day. It's like, or they'll say, when I eat breakfast, then I'm more hungry. Yeah. That's what it is. And it's like, well, that's good, because your body's saying, okay, I'm actually burning food for fuel here. Yeah. Give me more.
And somehow they think they're dieting when they don't eat breakfast, but then it just makes them eat more at night.
It's so there's a whole chapter in the book on how much that messes with your hormone, everything from your progesterone to your thyroid to blood sugar, insulin, brain chemistry.
Sure.
All of that starts to just get you out of whack, so that, if you do that long enough and then you do start to eat regularly, your body still has to adjust a little bit. So give it time to start to catch up with the good habits, because for so long it's been adapting to the bad ones.
And we can change our habits. So the book is Fat is Not a 4-Letter Word. It's wonderful. It's a huge help. And I think it's kind of breakthrough. I think it's got some unique, different things. So it's not the same old thing. So I really recommend that people look at that. And would you come back, maybe talk a little bit about the single motherhood thing when you come back?
I'd love to,
Because I think some moms really find it hard to do the healthy thing and diet themselves and be healthy with themselves when they're trying to juggle a whole household. So
absolutely.
Will you come back?
I will. Thank you.
Thanks so much for being with us, Julie.
You bet. Thanks.
All righty. Now we have our Channel Mom tips for busy moms.
Hey, Mom. Feeling too busy and a bit overwhelmed? Would you like a shortcut to raising great kids? Check out our Channel Mom's tips for busy moms.
Alrighty, I've got 2 tips today. One is I am going to refer back to that news story I was talking about, and the mom that struggled, and now both of she and her son are gone. And that's happened multiple times across the U.S. this summer. We have something that we're going to launch here at channelmom.com called Mom on Call. And our aim is to do it this fall. We have volunteers that are willing to staff it, and it's going to be a call-in line for mothers nationwide to just call in and vent and say, this is what I'm struggling with. And we can't give advice because we're not licensed counselors, but we can listen. And sometimes I think moms just need to be heard. And I'm almost going to cry now too. If I thought to myself, if this mom just had somebody to call, she might not have taken that drastic action against her precious son. And so I just want you to look for that. Mom on Call. We're going to launch that soon. That's one tip for you. The other one is our bloggers are fabulous. And our most recent blog by Lydia Ruger is just wonderful. She admits that syndrome where people offer you help as a mother in the store or when you're out walking or something. Do you need a little help? And we take offense. Like, why are you handing me charity? Why do you think I need help? What's my problem? Do I look like I need help? So she writes this wonderful thing about how maybe we should respond to that. And yeah, it's surprising. She has a surprising response. And then one of our other bloggers, Amy, has this wonderful tale about her son talking to the walls. And I invite you to go to channelmom.com, click on our mom blog just to get a little bit of joy, a little bit of advice. These moms are very real, very honest. They lift me up every time I read them. They really help me. And Amy's most recent one is hysterical too. So please go to channelmom.com and look at our mom blog and have a little, food for thought. So we thank you for joining us today. We were so happy to have our guest. We want you to join us next week. We're going to try to talk about this syndrome of kids going off to kindergarten or to college and how a mom is left feeling and how we deal with that. Both Shelly and I are sick to our stomach, and we've got 5 years left or whatever. But yeah, so we want to help you with that. So we're going to try to bring somebody on to help you with that. So please join us next week. And in the meantime, Mom, I applaud you. I congratulate you. You're doing the most important job on the planet. So you go, girl.